Welcome to Star Bios, the podcast where we delve into the fascinating lives of Hollywood's most beloved stars. I'm your host, Casey Gold, and today we're shining the spotlight on the incomparable Patrick Swayze. With his chiseled good looks, charismatic presence, and undeniable talent, Swayze captivated audiences with iconic roles in Dirty Dancing, Ghost, and Point Break. But before he became a household name, Patrick Swayze was just a young boy growing up in Houston, Texas, with a passion for dance and a dream to make it big. Born on August 18, 1952, Patrick Wayne Swayze was the second of 5 children to Jesse Wayne Swayze and Patsy Yvonne Carnes. His father, an engineering draftsman, and his mother, a choreographer and dancer, instilled in him a love for the performing arts from a very young age. The Swayze family lived in a modest home in the Oak Forest neighborhood of Houston, where Patrick spent most of his childhood surrounded by the sights and sounds of a vibrant city. As he wandered through the neighborhood, he'd often catch glimpses of the nearby Buffalo Bayou, its tranquil waters and lush greenery providing a serene escape from the hustle and bustle of urban life. As a youngster, Patrick was a self-described wild kid who loved to explore the outdoors and push the limits. He'd spend hours climbing trees, chasing after butterflies, and playing in the nearby woods, where his father would often take him on adventures, teaching him how to hunt, fish, and appreciate the great outdoors. These early experiences not only fostered a deep connection with nature, but also instilled in Patrick a sense of fearlessness and curiosity that would serve him well throughout his career. Patrick's parents, however, encouraged his creative side, enrolling him in dance classes at the age of 5. His mother, Patsy, was a strict taskmaster who demanded perfection from her children, particularly when it came to their dancing. She ran a dance studio in their home, where Patrick and his siblings would often perform for family and friends. The sound of tapping feet, laughter, and music filled the air as Patrick and his siblings learned various dance styles, from ballet to tap. This early exposure to the spotlight helped shape Patrick's confidence and stage presence, which would later become hallmarks of his career. As Patrick entered his preteen years, he began to develop a passion for multiple disciplines, including dance, gymnastics, and acting. He attended St. Rose of Lima Catholic School, where he was an active member of the school choir and performed in various Christmas pageants. His mother's influence extended beyond the dance studio, as she also encouraged Patrick to explore his dramatic side. She would often take him to see Broadway shows and musicals at the Houston Music Hall, where he'd watch in awe as the performers commanded the stage. The likes of Gene Kelly, Fred Astaire, and Sammy Davis Jr. became his idols, and he'd spend hours practicing their iconic dance moves in front of the mirror. The 1960s and early 1970s were a time of great social change in America, with the Civil Rights Movement, the Vietnam War, and the rise of counterculture all making headlines. In Houston, the oil industry was booming, and the city was undergoing rapid growth and transformation. For Patrick Swayze, this tumultuous era provided a rich backdrop for his formative years. He was exposed to a wide range of music, from rock and roll to country, and he developed a deep appreciation for the arts. His parents, though traditional in many ways, encouraged his individuality and supported his creative pursuits, even when they seemed unconventional. As Patrick entered his late teens, he began to focus more intently on dance, training in various styles, including jazz, ballet, and modern. He attended the prestigious Harkness House for Ballet Arts in New York City during the summer of 1971, where he honed his craft alongside other talented young dancers. This experience not only refined his technique, but also broadened his understanding of the dance world, introducing him to new ideas, influences, and mentors who would shape his future. He'd often sneak into the city's iconic disco clubs, where he'd watch in awe as the likes of Studio 54's legendary DJ, Nicky Ciano, spun their magic. One particular anecdote from this period stands out: a summer evening when Patrick's mother took him to see the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater perform at the Houston Music Hall. As they watched the dancers move across the stage with precision and passion, Patrick felt an overwhelming sense of wonder and excitement. He turned to his mother and whispered, "I want to do that." Patsy smiled, knowing that her son had found his calling. With his early life marked by a dynamic interplay of discipline, creativity, and exploration, Patrick Swayze was poised on the cusp of a remarkable journey. As Patrick Swayze's dance training reached its pinnacle, he began to set his sights on a career in the performing arts, driven by an insatiable passion that had been ignited within him since his early days at the Joffrey Ballet School. In 1972, with a sense of adventure and determination, he made the bold decision to move to Los Angeles to pursue opportunities in film and television. The city, with its sun-kissed streets and glittering Hollywood sign, beckoned to him like a siren's call, promising a world of possibilities and creative expression. As Swayze navigated the competitive landscape of 1970s Los Angeles, he found himself immersed in a vibrant community of aspiring actors, dancers, and artists. His early years on the West Coast were marked by small roles and appearances in various productions, including a guest spot on the beloved TV series McGast's and a supporting role in the film The Cotton Club. Although these initial forays into the industry may have seemed modest, they provided Swayze with invaluable experience and exposure, allowing him to hone his craft and develop a unique sense of purpose. However, it was his breakout performance as Ace in the 1983 film Uncommon Valor that brought him to the attention of critics and audiences alike. The movie's gritty realism and Swayze's intense portrayal of a soldier haunted by his past resonated deeply with viewers, and he suddenly found himself on the radar of industry insiders and fans. This turning point in his career marked the beginning of an extraordinary journey, one that would take him to the heights of stardom and cement his status as a leading man. The following year, Swayze landed a starring role in the iconic film Dirty Dancing, opposite Jennifer Grey. The movie's massive success can be attributed, in part, to the undeniable chemistry between Swayze and Grey, as well as the film's memorable soundtrack and captivating storyline. Who can forget the image of Johnny Castle, Swayze's character, lifting baby Houseman, played by Grey, above his head in a dramatic lift during the movie's final dance sequence? This moment has become an indelible part of pop culture history, symbolizing the freedom, passion, and joy that define the human experience. As Swayze reflected on the making of Dirty Dancing, he recalled the intense rehearsals and rigorous training that went into perfecting the film's iconic dance sequences. He spent hours in the studio with Grey, working tirelessly to master the lifts, spins, and dips that would become synonymous with the movie. This level of dedication and attention to detail paid off, as the film's success was met with widespread critical acclaim and commercial success. Swayze's portrayal of Johnny Castle earned him a Golden Globe nomination and cemented his status as a leading man. The film's success also led to a surge in popularity for Swayze, with his face appearing on countless magazine covers and his name becoming synonymous with the era's romantic leads. As he navigated the heights of fame, Swayze remained committed to his craft, taking on diverse roles in films like Roadhouse and Point Break. He was drawn to characters that embodied a sense of complexity and vulnerability, and he threw himself into each role with a fierce intensity and dedication. One notable example of Swayze's dedication to his work was his preparation for the 1989 film Roadhouse. To get into character, he spent time learning about the world of rough-and-tumble bar bouncers, even going so far as to train with a former Marine and learn various martial arts techniques. He immersed himself in the gritty, hard-hitting world of the film, and his performance as Dalton, the tough but principled bouncer, added depth and nuance to the movie. This level of immersion paid off, as Swayze's portrayal of Dalton became one of the most iconic roles of his career. Throughout the late 1980s and early 1990s, Swayze continued to appear in a wide range of films, including Ghost, opposite Demi Moore and Whoopi Goldberg. His iconic performance as Sam Wheat, the murdered lover who returns to protect his girlfriend, earned him a second Golden Globe nomination and further solidified his position as one of Hollywood's most beloved stars. The film's memorable pottery wheel scene, in which Swayze and Moore share a romantic and intimate moment, has become an enduring symbol of love and connection. As Swayze's career continued to soar, he remained humble and grounded, often speaking about the importance of his family and his Texas upbringing in shaping his values and worldview. In a 1990 interview with the New York Times, he reflected on his journey, saying, "I've been fortunate enough to have had some great successes, But I've also had my share of failures. And it's through those experiences that I've learned the most about myself and about the craft of acting. This introspective nature and willingness to take risks would continue to serve Swayze well as he navigated the ups and downs of his career. The early 1990s saw Swayze taking on more dramatic roles, including his critically acclaimed performance in City of Joy, opposite Om Puri. His portrayal of Max Lowe, an American doctor who travels to India to find himself, showcased his range and vulnerability as an actor. This period also marked a time of personal growth for Swayze, as he began to explore his passion for writing and composing music. He released a country music album, She's Like the Wind, which featured several original songs and became a moderate success. As Swayze looked back on his career, he was struck by the realization that his journey had been marked by a series of unexpected twists and turns. From his early days as a struggling actor to his rise as a Hollywood star, he had faced countless challenges and setbacks along the way. And yet, through it all, he had remained true to himself and his art, always seeking to push the boundaries of his craft and explore new depths of human emotion. As Patrick Swayze's career continued to unfold like a rich tapestry, he faced new challenges and pursued innovative projects that would test his mettle as an artist. The year 2008 marked a pivotal moment in his life as he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, a devastating blow that would shake him to his core. The news sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, leaving fans and colleagues alike reeling in dismay. Despite the dire prognosis, Swayze remained determined to continue working, his courage in the face of adversity inspiring countless fans around the world. As he navigated the treacherous landscape of cancer treatment, Swayze's spirit remained unbroken. He continued to work on various projects, including a television series called The Beast, where he played the lead character, Charles Barker, an FBI agent with a mysterious past. The show's dark and gritty tone was a departure from Swayze's typical fare, but he threw himself into the role with his characteristic intensity. Although the show only lasted one season, Swayze's performance earned him critical acclaim and demonstrated his unwavering commitment to his craft. As he once said in an interview, "I've always believed that life is too short to waste on things that don't matter, and I've tried to live my life with purpose and intention." These words took on a deeper meaning as he faced the ultimate challenge of his life. Swayze's bravery in the face of mortality inspired a new generation of fans who saw him as a role model for living life on one's own terms. Throughout his battle with cancer, Swayze remained optimistic, drawing strength from his loved ones and his passion for his work. He continued to work on various projects, including a memoir, The Time of My Life, which was published in 2009. The book offered a candid and introspective look at his life, career, and personal struggles, providing fans with a deeper understanding of the man behind the iconic roles. With unflinching honesty, Swayze shared stories about his childhood, his early days as a struggling actor, and his experiences on the sets of some of his most famous films. As the cancer progressed, Swayze's physical strength began to wane, but his spirit remained indomitable. He spent his final days surrounded by his loved ones, including his wife Lisa Niemi, who had been his rock throughout his illness. On September 14, 2009, Patrick Swayze passed away, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire and captivate audiences today. His contributions to film and television are immeasurable, with iconic performances in movies like Dirty Dancing, Ghost, and Roadhouse remaining an integral part of popular culture. Swayze's impact extends far beyond his on-screen presence, as he inspired countless individuals with his courage, determination, and generosity. As his wife Lisa Niemi once said, Patrick was a true artist, and his passion for life was contagious. He had a way of making everyone around him feel seen and heard. His commitment to his craft was matched only by his devotion to his loved ones and his community. Swayze's philanthropic work, particularly in the area of cancer research, continues to inspire others to make a difference. Today, Patrick Swayze is remembered as a talented actor, a devoted husband, and a passionate advocate for the arts. His legacy continues to influence new generations of actors, dancers, and artists, who draw inspiration from his iconic performances and his unwavering dedication to his craft. He embodied a sense of authenticity, vulnerability, and strength that continues to resonate with audiences around the world. As he once said, "The most important thing in life is to learn how to give out love and let it come in," a philosophy that guided him throughout his life and career. This mantra is a testament to Swayze's enduring spirit, which continues to inspire us to live our lives with purpose, passion, and intention. That's all for today's Star Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Casey Gold reminding you to keep shooting for the stars.